Rongzhu cashed for us on the last UFC event at UFC Shanghai as he put a beating on Austin Hubbard and was clearly able to win that decision for us. And like I said, cash for us as a lock of the night play. Now we went 3-0 since the last time I did this segment for you guys on lock of the night plays. And that now brings our lock of the night record for 2025 to 44 and 27 for a plus 3.35 unit profit, 1% ROI. Again, I'm happy we're in the profit. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do to try to get closer to our goal, but still happy to be in the profit and getting closer to that hit rate that I feel more proud about. Obviously, for this segment, we got another 3 lock of the night candidates for you guys for this UFC Paris card. Only one of them can be the official lock of the night play. The only way to figure that out is checking out the Lock of the Night Patreon page. You guys can check the link in the description below, or you could try to take a guess out of the 3 that I'm going to be giving to you guys in terms of candidates here. Again, only one of them will be the official lock of the night play. All right, let's get right into it. First candidate up is going to be the chalkiest of them all, but I feel like this is a pretty solid matchup for Sam Hughes, who comes in at minus 310 as she goes up against Shauna Bannon, who I believe is probably the second worst fighter on the UFC roster, specifically in that division that they're competing in. Obviously, last time around, Bannon was able to pull off a comeback victory after getting hurt badly by Pooja Tomar, and she was able to pull off that armbar off her back. Unfortunately for Bannon, she is not fighting somebody as bad this time around with Hughes, who I think should dominate every aspect of this fight. I think her pressure will keep the kickboxing style of Bannon pretty muzzled. And then if Hughes chooses to take this fight to the ground, I think she has good enough submission defense to really thwart any type of submissions coming off of Bannon's back. I expect Hughes to control pretty much every minute of this fight, win it with relative ease, whether she gets the late finish or wins this fight on the scorecards. I expect it to look lock of the night dominant. So that's why I'm going to put Hughes as the first lock of the night candidate. The second lock of the night candidate is going to be UFC newcomer LOTN, who comes in from the OKTAGON MMA promotion with a 16-1 record, one of the most highly touted prospects to come out of Europe in a long time. He's going up against Patricio Pitbull, who's looking to go 2-1 in the UFC after dropping his UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez back in April, and then able to swing it back in his favor, I believe, back in June. It was either June or July, where he ended up defeating Dan Ige in a fight that I thought Ige would clearly win, but it seemed the power of Pitbull really seemed to muzzle Ige, but that's not going to occur to Keita here, who will likely have the speed, or will definitely have the youth advantage. We'll have a speed advantage and we'll have a power advantage. And I think that will firmly put him in the driver's seat for the majority of this fight until that leads to him finding that big knockout and putting Pitbull's lights out. Keita is a prospect to keep an eye on, especially coming into the stacked featherweight division. And he can make a quick run to the top of the division if he continues to come through with those highlight reel knockouts that we knew that he was capable of after what we saw in the OKTAGON MMA promotion, which is why LOTN is going to be the second lock of the night candidate. The third and final lock of the night candidate comes in the main event with Caio Borralho taking on Frenchman Nasruddin Imavov. Stylistically speaking, I feel like this is a great matchup for Borralho. We know he can be very competitive in the striking round with his karate style of striking, blitzing in and out of the pocket, feinting his opponents, but also mixing in the takedowns here is going to be very crucial for him to really wear down Imavov and remove the finishing threat that Imavov presents, especially later on in this matchup. I think Borralho, far better fight IQ, very analytical, obviously coming and starting the Fighting Nerds. He is a guy that's very good in terms of devising a game plan and implementing it effectively, and I expect him to do that with flying colors here against Nasruddin Imavov. So, I definitely think that Borralho's worthy of a heavy consideration as a lock of the night play for UFC Paris, which is why I made him my third and final candidate. Again, only one of these can be the official lock of the night play. Check the link in the description below for the MMA LOTN Patreon page to find out what it is, or drop a comment below. Let me know what your lock of the night play is, or if you can try to guess which of the 3 that I ended up going with. All right, I'll be back later today for the Chalk or Not segment for UFC Paris. See you guys then. Peace.